This is what these signs can expect for love for October 2025. Yes. Love is in the air and it doesn't fly, coach. That's right, you heard it here. Today we're looking at the 5th house rulers and the 7th house rulers in transit. We can also look at the 8th house ruler, but we're not doing that. And if you want to know more about your love life, you have questions about it, and you want to know the compatibility between you and somebody else, take yourself over to Astra. They could tell you about the romantic compatibility. They could tell you anything that you need to know pertaining to your personal birth chart. Simple, it's easy. They can even show you if you have astrological forecasts coming up that pertain to love too. It's free to download in the App Store, easy to set up. You put your name in and your birth information, the rest is golden. Yes. For Sagittarius, both your 5th and 7th house rulers are transiting the 12th house. Honey, during October, protect your energy. You have to set up the energetic boundaries. That way you don't take on energy that is not yours, and that way you could discern which energy's for you and which energy's not for you. Because the last thing we want is for you to attract a Dexter that's mirroring those unconscious qualities back to you. Give him the chop so you don't flop. Now, this is not to say that your love life cannot work out, because it could. But you gotta be cautious, because everything may not be what it seems. It's giving Wizards of Waverly Place, I don't know. There could be hidden motives, hidden rage, with Mars being in your 12th. There could be the mental gymnastics, the mind games. At the end of the day, if it's not giving you clarity, give it the chop so you don't flop. If it leaves you in confusion, snap. But if this person does give you clarity and does reassure you that all is well and you feel comfortable around them, well, extend the invitation. You can extend my invitation. Ew. For Capricorn, your 5th house ruler is transiting the 9th and your 7th house ruler is transiting the 5th. In terms of love and romance, you need somebody who's going to match your belief system, your philosophy, the life that you're creating for yourself. Got to keep up with those affirmations. I am, I have, I will. Yes. During this time, you could be interested in dating somebody that's foreign, but somebody who's responsible, somebody who's about their day-to-day business. Yes. They can show you the world. That's right. But you got to be sure that you're in alignment with yourself at the end of the day. Because we're not just going to be out here picking and choosing just for the sake of picking and choosing. Well, some of us may, I don't know. But you don't have to be some of those people. Now, in terms of relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection, this could be a friends to lovers scenario, since the ruler of your 7th house is 11 places from itself, sits in the 5th. This person could be grounded, stable, emotionally nourishing. It's giving checking all the boxes. Look, you could check my box. Ew. Now, the key here is to look for reciprocity. If you're giving all your energy to this person and they're only giving breadcrumbs in return, give it the chop so you don't flop. Overall, love is looking great, even if you're single. You gotta put yourself out there, though. You gotta leave the house. Don't come in my comments talking about, love is not gonna find me. I'm not looking for love. Then this video's not for you. Uh-oh. For Aquarius, your 5th house ruler is transiting the 10th and your 7th house ruler is transiting the 9th. In terms of love and romance, you need somebody who's going to be mature, somebody who's about their business, somebody who's about getting things done. Consistency, structure, organization, the management terms, really. They could be a jack of all trades, master of none, but they can always do it better than the master of one, and you know what I'm talking about when I say doing. Ew. You can also be a great communicator too, not afraid to have those deep conversations either. Honey, we need that in this day and age. Just watch for the over-obsessive energy. That's not cute. Now, in terms of relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection, you need somebody who's just going to match the life that you're creating for yourself. You could attract somebody who shares similar beliefs to you, somebody who can help you expand and see the world beyond your own horizon. Maybe you can actually see their horizon. I don't know. But the key here is to look for balance, harmony, reciprocity. That's not too much to ask for here. You're in a good space to write that down and manifest it for yourself. Just gotta keep in alignment with those beliefs though. 3, 2, 1 was on my clock. You know whose countdown is about to be counted. Overall, very positive energy, maturing energy too could help you to grow. Just be sure that you're taking control of your own life and your own authority though. And do prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, examining the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past. You know the works, the works. For Pisces, your 5th house ruler is transiting the 3rd and your 7th house ruler is transiting the 9th. In terms of love and romance, you need a communicator, somebody who's going to talk to you, somebody who's going to stimulate your mind, stimulate the senses. Now, they can also be emotionally reassuring as well too, but you need the best of both worlds. It's giving Hannah Montana. Now, this is also another good scenario for friends to lovers, since your 5th house ruler is 11 places from itself. They could be financially well off, they could help you with your finances, take the gig. But it's going to be nothing short of fun, nothing short of a good time. In terms of relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection, you may attract somebody who's going to be in alignment with your beliefs in a deeper way than you think. Of course, I do recommend prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface and examining the darker aspects of life. But you're not afraid to have those deep conversations to expand. And you need somebody who's going to match that energy for you. Hello? We don't need a Timmy out here keeping things surface level. You need to gain the experience. And how else you going to gain the experience without the experience? Right. Overall, there's a lot of optimism around love for you this season. For all the signs, be sure to pay attention to any personal placements as well as aspects being made. Other signs are in the other videos.